Hey, what's up everyone? So, a little bit has changed since my last video. For one, the truck I'm driving now, I got rid of the 1500 Chevy Silverado I had before. And I got a 98 Chevy K3500, four-wheel drive Silverado, 1-ton dually. It's got 127,000 miles on it. Found out after I bought it, found paperwork in the truck that showed that it has a new motor in it. A Jasper motor that was put in 17,000 miles ago. So the motor, it's only got 17,000 miles. I did not know that when I bought it. So that's a pleasant surprise, but also makes me wonder why did it need a new motor with only 127,000 miles on it. So doesn't sound right. So it's the 7.4 liter 454 4L80 transmission, G80 locker in the back. After I bought it, I looked up the RPO codes in the glove box and found out that this is basically the best list of options you could have got with this year truck. The 7.4 liter gas has more torque than the diesel that was available, the 6.5 Detroit. So it's got more torque, more power. The transmission and the rear is a 456 gears, so that's the best from the factory you can get, best package you can get for towing. So now for this year, and with this engine, transmission, and rear, the max you could pull with it from the factory spec is 10,000 from the factory hitch. It has the factory hitch and the factory tow package, which includes the oil cooler and the transmission cooler. But with the gear ratio and the motor, like I said, it's 10,000 from the hitch, or 12,500 from the if you have a gooseneck. I think I got a good deal on it, and I did put some money into it at the mechanic. I had an exhaust leak on the passenger side manifold. It was leaking, and at one point it had actually caused a fire, and that was messing up some of the sensors, O2 sensor, and then the transmission sensor needed to be replaced. The brake booster was leaking. The rear pinion seal was leaking. I had all that replaced. Luckily, they were able to get the manifold out, and he said none of the bolts broke. Thank God. And the tires are in good shape, good tread. They're not dry rotted. It was sitting for a couple of years, that's why I say that. New fuel filter, had that put in. Air conditioning charged. Had a leak, they had to fix that. Brought it in again, they fixed it. I'm gonna bring it in for a tune-up at the end of this week. And then, yeah, should be an awesome truck. Runs really good. A little rough, like I said, I think it needs a tune-up. They're gonna do clean the valve body and things like that. But for past inspection, the brakes were good. I did need an alignment. I could tell it was out of alignment just from looking at it. So they did that too, four-wheel alignment. Yeah, but an awesome setup. G80 locker in the back, 4L80 transmission, 454. It's a 98, so it's the Vortec. That's not the TBI. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a good package, but doesn't compare to even the new 3/4 ton. A brand new 3/4 ton Silverado has more towing capacity than this by 8,000. I think it's like 18,000 pounds, something like that. It's crazy. But I also didn't pay, you know, $60,000 for it. So yeah, I think this truck will serve me fine for a while. The only reason I think it I might grow out of it is if I get into dumpsters. Like, I was thinking about getting a roll-off trailer with up to 20 yard, but the prices have gone up. Last year, the prices for a trailer and a 10 yard can, I think it was like 12,300. Now it's gone up 4,000, 16,500 now for the same thing. I really think I'm gonna just wait until prices come down again. Honestly, it might even put me over my towing capacity on this thing. So I can do 12,500 on the gooseneck. Let's say the trailer weighs, what's it gonna weigh? Like 4,000, maybe 5. As long as I do just residential debris, residential cleanup, I think I'll be fine. Because I have not gone too much on these 10 yarders. I haven't gone over a ton by more than a quarter of a ton. So it's pretty hard to put, actually it's pretty hard to put more than a ton in this 10 yarder. If it's just residential, like, you know, wood, I don't take concrete or cinder blocks or roofing, so dirt, no stone, nothing like that. So it's not gonna go over. So I just make sure, you know, when I rent to any customers that they know what they can't put in here. Some people put in what they're not supposed to, but as long as the thing doesn't weigh like 10 tons, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody does that once or twice to me, it's not gonna kill it. What I wanted to say was that I do enjoy this, and it's nice when it's hot out, not having to work outside in the heat, you know. But one thing I don't like about it is at the landfill sometimes, depending on when you go, usually in the morning is worse because all the garbage trucks are there and the ground is super wet from the garbage trucks. You should see how much liquid comes out of them when they dump, and it's just disgusting. So I don't like that part of it, walking in it, getting in my truck, all that. But it still beats having to deal with customers and working in a house where it's, well, having to deal with people so much and, you know, not being comfortable. A lot of times you're outside or in the hot and humid weather, or people don't have their house cool, or it stinks. I mean, I've worked in house. I'd rather deal with the landfill smell, even, well, I was gonna say, nah, sometimes I picture when I'm at the landfill that I'm just walking on top of like dirty diapers and stuff like that. Cause you know, you don't know what you're stepping on. I think that's pretty much the worst I could think of. That and dog and cat, you know, poop. But there's been a lot of, I mean, I'm sure you guys have worked in houses where you're having to work like right next to a litter pan. Oh, and you're inside breathing that air for hours. At least at the landfill, you know, I'm in and out of there in like 5 minutes. I'm actually only walking around in this stuff for a couple minutes. And then I rinse my shoes off and all that. But you know, that's nothing is perfect. Yeah. There's the pros and cons to everything. Okay, I'm almost at the top of the mountain. I just stopped so I can take the tarp off. Saves me a little bit of time when I'm up there. Be right back. I hate it when it's hot. Got put on this stupid vest. And a hard hat. There's no free money here. You gotta work, you gotta deal with shit. No matter what you do. Always have something. you don't like. Let's go. Hopefully this will be quick. You can go. Yeah, my AC is not really pumping out super cold air. That's irritating. Yeah, it doesn't look as wet as it did in the morning when I came. It'd be nice to have an automatic tarp, but they still got to get out of their truck and open up the back, so it only saves like 10 seconds, you know. Alright, I gotta pull in, I think, after this guy. Oh geez, it's too hot. AC's not working right. Gotta tell him that, bring it back, say, dude, it's just not enough. Maybe I'll just pull it right there. Last time I didn't have to use four-wheel drive, so I haven't had to use four-wheel drive yet. We'll see if I need it today. Having the dualies helps. Ah, smells great. Right now. Never gonna like that. That's the one thing I don't like about this is how dirty it is. Dirty, dusty, stinky. Only God knows what you're stepping on. Possibility of flat tires. I'm sure it's going to happen sooner or later.